I loved hearing Joanna sing.
Oh, definitely. It was neat to see her portrayal and then get to hear from the real heroine, Supreme Master Ching Hai, as well.
Well, after the delightful show, the media coverage just kept right on making a splash with even more enthusiasm. Let's have a look at some of them.
Now, for those that don't know, Playbill is a monthly U.S. magazine for theatergoers, serving approximately 3 million readers. Andrew Gans writes about the broadcast, the world premiere of The Real Love, a new musical, which was presented August 27th at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium, will be broadcast on Supreme Master Television. Lyrics are based on the poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai, renowned spiritual leader, humanitarian, poet, and artist.
TheaterMania.com is a leading U.S. source for theater information and tickets nationwide. Dan Bacalzo writes in the theater news section, Supreme Master Television will broadcast The Real Love in 12 parts. Beginning Monday, September 26, the songs of the musical were based on Supreme Master Ching Hai's poems and set to music by composers Bill Conti, Al Kasha, Doug Katsaros, Don Pittman, and David Shire.
The Philippine Star is a leading newspaper in the country, and its online presence, philstar.com, is a main portal for news and entertainment for the global Philippine community.
Obviously proud of the lead star, here's what they said. Joanna Ample portrays Supreme Master Ching Hai, a world-renowned spiritual leader, humanitarian, best-selling author, poet, and artist in the 12-part musical The Real Love by Supreme Master Television.
Next, Economic Daily News is the first and largest business newspaper in Formosa, or Taiwan, with a readership of 370,000 in Formosa, Southeast and Northeast Asia, the United States, and Europe.
The resonance from the event reached all the way to the shores of Formosa, where Tai Ying Cheng writes,
真爱音乐剧于加州帕沙迪纳音乐厅盛大首演，好莱坞与百老汇重量级巨星齐聚一堂，演出博得现场3000多位观众起立喝彩。
Even in Australia, there were two newspapers that covered the Real Love musical, Van Ne and The Sunrise Daily. Both distribute to Alasis or Vietnamese readers nationwide in 5 of Australia's 6 states in the major cities Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Adelaide. Here's an excerpt from the Sunrise Daily newspaper by reporter Phúc Nhiên.
Tình thương, tình thương, tình thương. Đó là chủ đề vang vọng trong buổi kỷ niệm đệ ngũ chu niên truyền hình Vô Thượng Sư vào ngày 27 tháng 8 năm 2011 tại California, Hoa Kỳ. Trong hơn 30 năm kể từ khi người Việt chúng ta định cư trên các quốc gia khắp thế giới, sự kiện này đã thật sự mang lại vinh dự cho cộng đồng hải ngoại và quê hương chúng ta ở tầm vóc quốc tế. Trong hơn 2 thập niên qua, Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư đã làm việc không ngừng nghỉ để chia sẻ pháp môn thiền định Quán Âm cho bao người trên thế giới. Ngài cũng trải rộng lòng quan tâm và công sức qua việc tặng trên 20 triệu Mỹ Kim cho các công tác cứu trợ thiên tai và đóng góp từ thiện toàn cầu. Các thi phẩm của Ngài đã là nguồn cảm hứng của những nhà soạn nhạc đáng kính của Hollywood và Việt Nam. Nhưng khi biết về câu chuyện của Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư sau khi xem nhạc kịch Chân Tình, tôi lại càng cảm thấy nhỏ bé, đồng thời tự hào hơn bao giờ hết khi biết về lòng dũng cảm và sự hy sinh cho đại chúng mà người phụ nữ tuyệt diệu này đã trải qua. Với tư cách là một phóng viên, tất nhiên tôi hiếu kỳ và thắc mắc, làm sao những nhà soạn nhạc từng thắng giải Oscar, Tony và Grammy uy tín đi đến việc phổ thơ của Ngài? Điều gì đã gợi hứng thú cho các siêu sao điện ảnh và kịch nghệ ở đỉnh cao sự nghiệp có hứng thú tham gia? Có lẽ đó là nhờ những vần thơ thâm thúy của Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư. Cũng có thể bởi vì đó là một câu chuyện có 102 chưa từng được kể trước đây. Đến cuối buổi tối, tôi đã biết câu trả lời xác thực. Tình thương, vinh danh tình thương, như Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư nói trong bài diễn văn của Ngài. Tình thương mà Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư dành cho nhân loại và loài vật quả thật vô song. Trái tim vô điều kiện của Ngài thu hút những người có nhân duyên đặc biệt và có cùng bản chất yêu nghệ thuật, đến với lý tưởng phục vụ đầy ý nghĩa và câu chuyện thăng hoa của Ngài. Trở về Úc, tôi có một cảm giác tự hào đổi mới. Được là một người Việt Nam sống trong sân khấu thế giới này, biết về một người đồng hương được mọi sắc dân và tầng lớp xã hội kính cẩn, tán dương và yêu mến. Tôi cũng có thêm hy vọng cho tương lai của địa cầu chúng ta, khi biết rằng có những người như Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư hết lòng cống hiến để bảo tồn địa cầu. Và đối với điều đó, tất cả chúng tôi đều rất tri ân.
Next, Pasadena's Rose magazine is a quality lifestyle publication of the city's daily newspaper, Pasadena Star News.
Real Love for Peace. Supreme Master Television, an international nonprofit channel airing news and programs that foster peace and promote healthy green living, celebrated its 5th anniversary on August 27th with a 2-part show, The Real Love Musical and Don Mclean in concert at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium.
And last but not least, CNN International, the leading global television network and one of the world's largest news organizations. This coverage appeared in CNN's I Report section.
And I like the way this report highlights some of the unique aspects of the event. It reads, a colorful crowd of international greeters welcomes the stars as they arrived on the red carpet, which included 2-time Oscar nominee Carol Connors, 5-time Emmy nominee Doris Roberts, Grammy nominee Frank Stallone, Oscar-nominated actor Michael Lerner, Grammy winner Florence LaRue, among many other luminaries.
Echoing the theme of the event, Ed Begley Jr., one of the MCs of the show, said,
"The real love for me is love of your fellow man and your fellow creatures, you know, to love all the many creatures in the animal kingdom, and I'm a vegan. That's part of expressing that love, is to eat in that way with compassion."
In addition to Mr. Begley, the show was hosted by a bevy of other veg celebrities, including multi-Emmy nominated actor Grant Alexander and acclaimed actresses Kristen Bauer, Elaine Hendricks, another friend of mine I have to admit, and Haley Marie Norman.
Invited as the guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai spoke with the audience at the conclusion of the musical via live video conference.
I can never thank all of you enough for your incredible loving dedication and support to art and love. This is the real love, your love. Love is the most precious thing in this physical realm, so we must protect love.
Yeah. Supreme Master Ching Hai then took the opportunity to express her love with a generous donation totaling $210,000 to 6 charitable organizations: Child Help, Earth Save, Environmental Media Association, Greenpeace, United Way of Greater Los Angeles, and United Way Worldwide.
Amazing.
In a guest performance to conclude the event, Don Mclean performed some of his most famous hits, including American Pie and Castles in the Air. And before beginning Vincent or Starry, Starry Night, he said, Master Ching Hai loves this song, so I'm doing this for her.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, he's so talented. The musical The Real Love could portray only a small part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's incredible life and spiritual journey. It's one filled with adventure, tender moments, and astonishing miracles.
These comprise an epic series of events far richer and fascinating than could ever be depicted through one show. Luckily, on rare occasions during interviews and gatherings over the years, Supreme Master Ching Hai would recount stories about her past and her former husband, as well as her unforgettable time in India.
I clean all the iPods and clean the whole ward. All the patients I take care. Because my father asked me to do many times. My uncle, his hospital, his clinic, in emergency for many shoulders and all that, you know, the wounded. And not enough staff, never enough. And I work in the hospital voluntarily. I was only 15.
Oh, how I miss the thatched house of old. Mother hair graying, gentle as the cool shade of coconut groves.
That's the way my husband, he courts me. Yeah. He asked me to go for coffee. I said, I don't drink coffee. I said, okay, we drink tea. At that time, I said, I don't drink tea. So he said, how about we go out and drink wine? I said, I'm not alcoholic. So he said, okay, then, okay, I take you out for dinner, okay? I said, I'm vegetarian. So at last he said, oh, then you invite me for vegetarian diet because I love vegetarian. At that time he wasn't vegetarian, but from then on, he is.
It would be an honor if you would be available for dinner tonight. Might you be available?
I think I would.
I should tell you, it's my birthday.
Mine too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then we have to go someplace special.
I should tell you I'm vegetarian.
I heard from my husband afterward that so many other dentists, they all want to take me out. So he hurried quick. I knew because my husband told me afterward. Only after I married him. Before, no, he didn't tell me. They're very handsome and very good looking. I remember that. And very kind to the patients that I brought.
It isn't the lovely kingdom. It is someone here I could love. My heart wouldn't be here if she were not. Maybe it's the way that she smiles. Maybe it's the gentle tone from her lips or the warmth and sparkle of her eyes. I don't know what. And the most beautiful one on the planet, I see her everywhere. And that most beautiful face, that empty aura, I'm here. Does she know I am here so near?
然后他去工作的时候，有时候我就给他静下一下去接他，买一朵玫瑰花而已，哎，就会在那边一行像病人一样，在那边他一吻就看到哇，高兴吓倒了。Sometimes, for example, I do not put makeup on in the daytime, just put on at night when he comes home. And I wear just ordinary clothes in the daytime, but when he comes home, I wear nice, glamorous clothes.
When you come home, there will only be grass and flowers greeting your footsteps.
The garden sheds her evening dew. House bows weighed down with loneliness, murmuring farewell.
When I first left my husband to go to the Himalaya, it was painful too. But because I see the whole world has more pain than I do, that make my pain very small in comparison to the whole world suffering. So that I continue to walk my way.
I can no longer stay in darkness, surrendering to ignorance and misery.
I know you've been suffering in golden bonds, longing to be free. I love you as I love myself,
Like my love for this great earth, its mountains and rivers.
I bow to you in awe of your deep love, but who knows when we will ever meet again.
Praised be the divine whose light guides my way and protects you in your lonely days.
So that is the purpose of my living my beloved, beautiful, adorable, kind-hearted, generous, intelligent, handsome husband.
One day I'll be enlightened, bring illumination to the world. I want to be together for eternity.
Over thou will part, to walk two separate paths, who will protect the one who stays behind, who will protect the one who goes.
Not that I have magical power, but I can see through the walls and the roof. Thousands of holes in everywhere. I call them 5,000-star hotel. and it's pretty cheap. Yeah, it was in one of the houses, the mud houses that I stay. Most of the time, I climb up the roof and sleep. We don't have a staircase. You have to kind of climb the wall with your finger in. Because the wall is mud anyhow. Often the scorpion come up to the roof like me, do yoga exercise and then meditate like big deal. In the morning when I woke up and say, "Ooh, what is that?" And he raised his head and said, "It's me." It's me, Scorpio. Before my ex-husband came, there was another friend who came. He brought there with the trend like survival into 24th centuries, things like that. With raw food, sprouts and wheat germs. And he said, "Oh, I don't have anywhere to go." So I said to him, "You can use my room until you have next room. I don't sleep here, and daytime I'm gone, and nighttime I sleep on the roof."
Klaus, how can I make you understand what I mean when I say I absolutely adore you? And I'm going to keep sleeping on the roof. In any case, it will soon be time for me to be pressing on.
My ex-husband went to India to find me. Meanwhile, he was miserable, and they tried to tell him that, you should not worry about your wife. You should worry about your soul, And at that time, he already knew that I was in Rishikesh. Yeah? So he said to them, my soul is in Rishikesh. And then the next morning, probably my ex-husband came. Okay? But I said to him, well, this is the last day of my 7 days retreat in the middle of the Ganges River. So would you please wait for me until the evening and I come back? But that day, I couldn't go by boat. There was so much wind and rain. The Ganges water became like an ocean. So I had to turn around and walk many miles upstream. It's about 7 o'clock or more when I reached my place. But my husband already gone. I found my friend. I recognized it was a movie camera that was belonged to me before I left him. And I said, what was that? He said, he gave me this movie's camera. Your husband asked me, where do I stay? I said, I stay here. In your room. And sleep in your bed.
Rolf? Here? When?
Oh, just now.
Well, where is he?
No, he left. I sent him away.
What?
Okay, he left. He was pretty angry.
But why?
Because we're living together?
That's ridiculous. Did you tell him the truth, that I sleep on the roof and you're here temporarily until you find your own hut? Which way did he go, Klaus?
That way. No, wait. That way.
I ran to the bus stop, find him, but then he's gone. He left and I come, just like those sad romantic movies. I went to the post office and tried to call him, but to call Delhi from there is like you contact the moon or Mars, It's just hello, and then whoop, cut. Finally, I got through the message. You misunderstood. Please come back immediately. And I waited and waited and waited. I don't see any reply. A few days later, I left. I went to further higher region to go to visit those, like Ganges tree. And then suddenly, there were two big hands behind me, cover my face like this. And I was struggling to get free. And there was a voice, very familiar. Happy birthday. And I turned around, there he was, my husband. We had the same birthday. Yeah. So I said, okay, happy birthday to you. And then we traveled together up there. I didn't have to explain anymore because he know.
Do not forget our memory, for love is the one and only.
Who says the world is ephemeral? When we are together, it's eternal. Dream and life merge in unison when our souls are one.
When I was in the Himalaya in India, I don't have much money. I have to stretch my money very long. So I don't know how long I will stay there. Sometimes I just eat chapati and peanut butter. And chapati I made myself too. It's even cheaper than buying it. I lived through like that many, many months. Sometimes eat only raw food. If I go to high altitude, the air is too thin or I don't know. Can't cook. You can, but it takes half a day to boil a little 2 centimeters of water. It's okay. Even in winter, you can pick some of the herbs, some of the wild plants in the Himalaya and can eat them. As you know, I don't even have a tent. Can you imagine in the Himalaya, no tent? I can't afford to carry so many things. I could hardly carry myself. Where you go, the higher you go, the heavier it becomes. The same luggage became heavier.
Finally, I'll find what I've been searching for. Casting aside riches and comfort and oh, I'll search for God everywhere.
And I was walking all by myself with a stick and with a sleeping bag on the stick. That's all I had, with a pair of Punjab clothes in there. It's like a tunic with the trousers, that's it.
Where's the source of the Ganges? Straight ahead. The temple at Benari. Straight ahead. The Himalayas peak. Straight ahead. Straight ahead, straight ahead. Is everything straight ahead?
I used to have some kind of plate, to cook chapati or to have rice on it. Later on, I throw it away too. I cannot bear even very thin, aluminium-like, very thin and light. I cannot have it even. And the spoon, it was made of kind of, a stainless steel, and it was a little bit thick but small. But later then, I throw away also. And the knife, throw away everything. All day long, my feet were wet because my walking shoes are kind of sport shoes like you. And the snow melt inside. And it's always wet and cold. When I open it at the destination, it's swollen like that. And so cold, I could not even move. It's still there, but I cannot move the toes.
Your door is forever forbidden. Every time I approach, it shuts aloof and cold.
I wasn't equipped. I went all over places together with the bears and snakes and rattlesnakes, a scorpion and all this. And I have only 2 pairs of clothes, thinner than this. I run in the Himalaya. I don't catch cold ever. And the clothes are so wet, they don't dry. And I don't have money to buy even wood. I just stand around people who has fire, and hang my clothes with my hands. So a little heat would come, and the clothes would dry quicker, better than nothing. And meanwhile, you keep a little bit warm. They will walk all over 11,000 feet high, 20,000 feet high, sometimes above sea level. just to see the master. Maybe not easy to find. Many people will die on the road because of the landslide, snowstorm, and road damage. Sometimes the whole bus just wash down together with the sudden flush of water or sudden fall of snow, from the mountain. Nobody survived. I went one time with the bus and the mountain was collapsing in front of us and then covered our bus. It was very chaotic, About 60 people on the bus. And already the stone falling down. Where can you go now? In front is stone, on top is stone, behind is stone, and under here is a deep cliff, huh? And if you run down there, you become sand, dust. Yes, you cannot even find your bone. Become dust. Truly, it's so deep, So where can you go now? Yeah, and everybody was panicking and tried to open the bus and run out. I say, if you run out, you die. Sit down and repeat the mantra. Pray to your master, whoever it is. So everybody did that, and then suddenly the mountain landslide stopped. It's supposed to rushing down, and it just suddenly stopped. So everybody came and thanked me.
To sit on the riverbank, listening to the sound of water and the birds.
The place where the Ganges River first originates is called Gangotri. A lot of people go there to take a bath in summer, and then believe it, they clean their sin. Normally they come there and just splash some water on their face because the water is so cold. It just came from the ice, just a little bit, like zero degree, and the water just flowing ice. I went there and did exactly the same. But then I thought, then only my face and my hand are cleansed of the sin. How about the rest of my body? That won't do. So I jump in. Oh my God. Trời đất ơi, lạnh quá. Lạnh muốn chết. I jump in, I have to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have to jump out. If you don't jump out after 5, you never jump out again. And you will float out, to the plane, like this. And become one of the many.
就是在看您的这个生命故事当中，我们也挺好奇，就是您也曾经在这之前留学过好多个国家，那为什么会突然想到要去喜马拉雅山修行呢？
也不是突然而已啦，就是想很久了。因为我从小的看人生也是蛮痛苦了，去寺庙，然后去教堂啊，不过心里还没有办法解开那个看世界痛苦那种同情心啊。不过也不知道怎么办了啊。然后有一个先生一直追在旁边，一定要结婚了。他追那么久又那么诚心 ，OK， 好的，结下去了。看电视啊，看四周围啊，到处都是很痛苦的，所以心里没有办法安顿下去。 所以我也跟先生讲，他也知道了。还没有跟他结婚以前，我经常还要讲去住家啊，去多找名次啊。不过他说哎呀不用了嘛，你在家里有佛堂啊，他弄一个佛堂给我了，他天天他有带花过来给我供养。听说了那个时候刚好还碰到很多人，他说印度啊有某某名师啊，哪里有某某修行人啊，也许到那边找就比较好，那所以我才去的。
Search high and low for a little love. Search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence, riding colossal waves, flying through graying forests.
I would not divorce my husband if I was enlightened at that time. I tell you, he was the best man. He still is. Yes, after enlightenment, you will learn to appreciate your partner more.
Because we are in love, the earth is so ravishing. Because we are in love, the world becomes joyful, I believe. Only in love, yeah. Everything else on earth lacks meaning. Even if this world is level to the ground, I believe. Only in love, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was in the Himalaya, is this correct? But it was maybe my destiny that I should be there for a while. But you don't have the same destiny like me. So you can sit anywhere, at your home, at your office, on the train, on the bus, if you want to get in touch with your inner greatest power, which we call the kingdom of God within, or the Buddha nature inside each sentient being. Since the ancient time, many sages, saints, enlightened Buddhas, Christ have graced our earth and have taught us the same message, that we look within for all the answers and happiness that we ever imagine or crave to have. And if we reach that oneness, that greatness within us, then nothing we cannot do. We will have all kind of miraculous power. We will be able to solve all kind of situations in life. We will be loving with each other without anyone having to teach us to do so. And we will have peace within our hearts. And then the peace will radiate outside and help more to make peace on earth.
But suddenly she looked down and saw those bees were still probably in darkness.
For they were searching for happiness without, just like her before. Bearing over millions of ages, their tears were then rolling down.
One drop,
2 drops,
and many more. Each drop became a shining jewel. And soon the firmament was studded with glittering tears, which are the stars today. They are to shine in the day and to rest us in the night, to go to sleep. For all these seekers, the stars are there to light the way. Eternal happiness, eternal peace.
There are many more stories about Supreme Master Ching Hai's spiritual journey, but due to the limited time in the program, we cannot share them all.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's predestined journey to assist humanity is like a legend of our times that has moved many people, including American actress Ms. Shirley Jones, who performed in the Real Love title song and appeared as Tan's adoring mother-in-law.
And she's an incredible, incredible human being. I mean, what she's done, she truly gave up the love of her life for the love of other people and other animals. And I just think she's got to be a saint, really, you know, has to be.
Oscar winner and three-time Emmy nominee Miss Shirley Jones became America's Cinderella sweetheart, starring in Rodgers and Hammerstein's musicals such as Oklahoma and Carousel, as well as The Music Man. Forever cherished as the mother in the award-winning TV series The Partridge Family, she continues to be a prolific actress on stage and in film and also television.
Next, Ms. Jones presents a brief introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai and a glimpse of what she has achieved in the decades since her enlightenment, including a brief look at the global television channel now celebrating its 5th anniversary, which was inspired by her.
I'm not sure many of you know, but if I hadn't been discovered by the musical legends Rodgers and Hammerstein, I would have studied to become a veterinarian, being the big animal lover that I am. Since I was young, I've rescued and raised dogs, rabbits, cats, mice, birds, you name it. Growing up as an only child, these beautiful animals were my brothers and sisters. So I was very excited to find out about Supreme Master Television, because they do so much to call attention to the proper treatment of our animal co-inhabitants through their shows. They air only what's uplifting and constructive, and that includes good news, music, and dance from across the cultures, useful information on keeping our health and a clean environment, inspirational stories about people, and of course, wonderful features on animal heroes and their sentient nature. Based in Los Angeles, this channel has been a global phenomenon ever since it started, broadcasting 24/7, free of charge, to every country on the map through a total of 14 satellite platforms, plus the internet and cable. To date, it has aired shows in over 60 languages, with subtitles in 40 languages. Supreme Master Television truly brings the world together. And this brilliant concept for a television that promotes only peace and loving kindness was all inspired and guided by Supreme Master Ching Hai. A world-renowned spiritual teacher, Supreme Master Ching Hai is also admired as a humanitarian, best-selling author, poet, and artists. The title Supreme Master refers to the divine within you and me and all beings. Supreme Master Ching Hai has helped thousands of people from all walks of life to reconnect with their own divine great self through a meditation method she obtained in the Himalayas. Supreme Master Ching Hai believes that the way to world peace is love in action. And this she teaches by example. For decades, she has dedicated herself to helping the less fortunate, such as refugees, orphans, and disaster victims. The international association that sprang from her example was one of the first to arrive at Ground Zero after 9/11, as well as in flood-affected Pakistan and Japan after the earthquake and tsunami. Supreme Master Ching Hai is at the forefront of saving the planet from climate change. She has contributed tens of millions of dollars to support the noble causes of others, such as Habitat for Humanity, Hollywood actor Sean Penn and his work in post-quake Haiti, the World Wildlife Fund, and the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, to name a few. For her works, Supreme Master Ching Hai has received many honors, including the 2006 Gusi Peace Prize, 2008 U.S. Presidential Active Lifestyle Award, the 2010 U.S. President's Volunteer Service Award, honorary citizenships, and keys to cities. All her selfless endeavors are funded by her own income from her prolific artworks. In her creations, you'll see Supreme Master Ching Hai's caring vision for the earth, which could be summed in the phrase she made, "World Vegan, World Peace." I was so happy to know that she rescued and adopted dozens of dogs and birds as her family members. The musical came into being from the inspiration of two-time Academy Award-winning composer Al Kasha. After reading the poems of Supreme Master Ching Hai, which were mostly written in her youth and published years ago, Mr. Kasha felt that her poignant verses and her life story should be told through the theatrical art form. He was then joined by 4 other extremely distinguished composers: Oscar and 5-time Emmy winner Bill Conti, Emmy nominee Doug Katsouris, Tony and Emmy winner Don Pippin, and Oscar and 2-time Grammy winner David Shire. And they have set the poetry into amazing songs. Through their original music, we were the first to watch Supreme Master Ching Hai's heartrending story and remarkable journey come to life in the world premiere of The Real Love.
We are deeply grateful to Supreme Master Ching Hai for her uplifting presence at this event.
And for her gracious permission and generosity in allowing her inspirational personal story of love and sacrifice to be shared with the world.
Supreme Master Television also conveys its appreciation to the Hollywood and Broadway stars, eminent artists, and dedicated creative and technical team members for helping to create this truly meaningful experience. To be thanked as well are the managers, agents, media, and all involved who have contributed their kind assistance and encouragement.
And as we wrap up today's presentation, we want to end with a nice motto from the Real Love musical we should all keep in mind, and that's believe only in love.
And remember to be veg, go green to save the planet.
Yes! And before we say goodbye, do know that there will be more stories told by Supreme Master Ching Hai in fascinating detail about her sojourn in the Himalayas of India.
It's airing soon on Supreme Master Television Thursday, October 20th on the show Between Master and Disciples. That's next Thursday, so be sure to tune in.
It was a pleasure to have you join us today.
May your happy hearts bring you good luck and evermore peace.
details, please visit suprememastertv.com/real love, thereallovemusic.com.